In this video, we are going to talk about 10 places you can't visit. So before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Some people claim to hold the globe in their hands, but there are some locations they will never visit. We can't wait to go throughout the world and see all of the fascinating and spectacular sights it has to offer. There are, however, areas that are dangerous, restricted, protected, or covert among them. Only a few people are permitted to visit these locations, frequently at the risk of being harmed or worse, dying. If you're planning a trip around the world, it's improbable that you'll be able to visit all 10 of these locations. Here are the 10 places you can't visit. So let's start. Number 10. The Star Mountains of Papua New Guinea. This massive mountain range in Papua New Guinea spans a large portion of the small Indonesian country and has yet to be extensively explored by humans. With a yearly rainfall of around 10,000 millimeters, it is now considered one of the world's wettest regions. The rain is so heavy that there isn't enough room for a meteorological station in this mountain range. Jan Sneap, a Dutch colonial government employee, attempted to investigate and document the area in 1959. Despite having 2 helicopters, the expedition continued to rely solely on personnel until one of them crashed. Number 9. The world's tallest unclimbed mountain is Gangkar Puensum. Gangkar Puensum, near Bhutan's border with Tibet, is the world's tallest unclimbed peak, according to the BBC and Condé Nast Traveler. Gangkar Puensum is 24,981 meters above sea level, according to the BBC. The mountain has been off-limits to climbers since 1994, despite never having been reached. The government restricted the mountain to climbers. According to the BBC, all Bhutanese mountains higher than 19,800 feet were closed in the same year. Number 8. Northern Forest Complex, Myanmar. For thousands of years, many of the subtropical woodlands located on the high slopes of the Himalayas' easternmost peaks have remained mostly unspoiled by human activity. The world's largest tiger preserve, located deep within Myanmar's Kachin State's woods, is also the world's most visited attraction. In the area, bears, red pandas, and gibbons can be found. Number 7. Sun Dong Cave, Vietnam. The cave has its own river and even its own vegetation, making it the world's largest cave. It runs across more than 5.5 kilometers, long enough to accommodate a skyscraper. A team of scientists originally investigated this underground planet in 2009, but were stopped by a 200-foot-high calcite wall within the planet's interior, which barred them from continuing. We have only explored a small portion of the cave network that runs along the border with Laos, which totals about 150 caves. Number 6. Singhi de Bemaraha National Park, Madagascar. There are 2 large geological structures known as the Great Singhi and Little Singhi, which are located on Madagascar's westernmost frontier. Wildlife abounds throughout the park. These rock formations are plateaus that have had deep ruts punched into them by groundwater, rendering them inert and motionless. The term, Singhi, means, a place where one cannot go barefoot, which is an excellent description of this unusual area on the planet's surface. The park has been deemed inaccessible due to the impossibility of the jagged plateaus to be crossed. Number 5. Surtsey, a volcanic island off of Iceland, has only ever been open to researchers. The volcanic eruptions that constructed the island of Surtsey, which is located off the southern coast of Iceland, occurred between 1963 and 1967, according to the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Surtsey has only ever been accessible to scientists with exceptional abilities, according to Atlas Obscura. Human intrusions have also not occurred on the island, according to the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Number 4. Namib Desert, Namibia. This desert, which stretches over 1,200 miles along the Atlantic coasts of Angola, Namibia, and South Africa, is one of the world's driest places. This desert receives barely 2 millimeters of water for the entire year in certain areas, making everything nearly impossible to survive, and the few living organisms that do survive must do it with the least amount of water possible. Near the beaches, this desert is dominated by vast sand oceans stretching hundreds of kilometers. Without rescue, every living thing abandoned or lost in the places will perish. Indigenous people have managed to survive in the less arid areas, despite the fact that majority of the Namib is home to invertebrates such as scorpions and other small animals that can survive without water. Number 3. Saka Republic, Russia. The Russian Far East is the world's 8th largest area, and the vast majority of it lies above the Arctic Circle, creating a desert-like environment devoid of cold. With an area of 1,190,555 square miles, the Saka Republic is only slightly smaller than the entire country of India. The difference is that the environment is so hostile that the population is under 1 million, which is a huge difference. On a daily basis, temperatures in the area, which includes the Verkhoyansk Range, the Northern Hemisphere's lowest location, average around -46 degrees Fahrenheit. Much of the planet's huge surface has remained virtually unexplored and undisturbed by civilization due to the planet's extreme cold and frigid weather. Number 2. North Sentinel Island, Bay of Bengal. This small island is located in Bengal Bay, between the southern coastlines of India and Thailand, and is quite remote. The Sentinelese people, as they are known, are the only people who have ever lived on the island and have long refused to accept modern tourists. Anyone who comes to the island to explore or study the ecosystem is immediately and violently denied. After their anchor broke free, 2 fishermen found themselves floating towards the island in 2006, and when they arrived, both were slain as soon as the Sentinel people observed them near to the coast. As a result, the island is utterly disconnected from the rest of the modern world and is almost unexplored. Number 1. Vale do Javari, Brazil. Foreigners are prohibited from entering the territory, which is home to around 3,000 indigenous people from 14 different tribes, according to the Brazilian government, in order to preserve the original people and their traditions, which include their language and customs. This 32,990 square mile enclave, which is larger than Austria, is excellent for anyone who wants to be separated from contemporary society while also staying largely unknown to the rest of the world. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell before you go. Thanks for watching.